and welcome to today's topic in the Shift Your Energetic Vibrations series, Letting Go of Judgment. My name is Catherine Missel. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Practitioner, Energy Coach, Empath, writer, blogger, and speaker, and creator of Energy Academy, which is an online learning resource to help you shift your vibration with online classes. So today's topic, letting go of judgment. The thing about letting go of judgment is that it's really hard. Years of conditioning and perceiving our world through what can be seen as really an ego-based mentality has led us to firmly embrace and accept the idea of other, where judgment usually becomes exclusive instead of inclusive. In essence, it's the primordial mind, or the primitive brain, that is constantly surveying and assessing the outside world for possible threats that make us judge not only our surroundings, but also the people we encounter every day, all day. Generally speaking, we tend to judge in two ways. Snap judgments, which we make constantly throughout the day, and with seemingly no effort at all. And long-term assessment judgments, which in assessment judgments, we have more time to cultivate more information on what we're judging. This kind of judgment usually involves family members, people you've known for a long time, people close to you that you've known for a long time. But it's important to note that with this kind of judgment, just because we've had more time to cultivate what we think is more information about a person or a situation that we're judging, it doesn't mean that the information that we have resonates in any truth whatsoever about who the person being judged actually is or what the situation actually is. Judgment is more about individualized perception. So even though judgment can be helpful, especially when using a snap judgment, maybe based on an instinctive or instinctual or an intuitive inclination to perceive a dangerous situation, a person can get the heck out of there with that kind of information, right? That kind of snap judgment that has served us on a survival-based level for thousands and thousands of years. But many times we may tend to judge, in this modern era especially, in a way that's actually limiting in a number of ways. And it can actually hurt us, and it's keeping us from a life that's filled with empathy or compassion for others. Constantly reinforcing the idea of separateness, that there is me and there is other. And judgments not based on pure survival instinct, like I just mentioned, are most often made in ways that don't put your safety or well-being at stake, like when your coworker shows up at work and she's got a new dress on that you absolutely hate, and you're judging her decision to make such a horrible fashion faux pas. Well, then you perceive her as other. You wouldn't make that decision. That wouldn't be you in that particular role. So that feeling of separation is practically automatic in that sense. And that snap judgment can be made, or those judgments like that can be made on and on throughout the day, and a lot of times without our even knowing about it or being conscious of it. So when we judge in this way, we keep ourselves at arm's length from a life of true abundance and an abundance mindset. Judging in this way is the opposite of compassion. We are excluding, not including. The thought of other makes you emotionally contracted in your energy instead of being expanded. You're making an unconscious connection to your immediate environment and the people in it from the vantage point of the fear-based ego mind, further fostering a feeling of separation or even mistrust, instead of projecting higher vibrational energies from the heart-based superconscious mind. And the judging we tend to do all day, every day, reinforces the idea of exclusion. this is me, then there is other. When we are making judgments about people or situations, it usually comes from a lack of understanding or lack of truth. Most of our judgments are reinforced by differences in gender, skin color, income levels, religious beliefs, clothing choices, hair choices, lifestyle choices, sexual preference, nationalities, and so on and so on. And when you break down the endless categories that can exist as ways to judge people, multiplied by how many times in a day you may make these judgments, mostly unconsciously, it can be an overwhelming thought to process. Often because we are so behaviorally conditioned to judge, we don't even realize we're doing it. But we can create awareness around it. We can shift our perception around this with some practice, and it does take some practice because we're so conditioned to make these snap judgments. And so here's a few tips that will help you shift into more awareness around when you are making judgments, and hopefully how to let go of the need to make them in the first place. So, number one is monitoring negative self-talk and inner dialogues. Learn how to pay attention to your thoughts and the emotions that you have when you're thinking them, and especially who you are judging, why, and when. Is there a pattern there? What is triggering you to do it? How do you feel if you catch yourself in the moment? If you've created a level of awareness and you can catch yourself in the moment of making a judgment, how does that make you feel? Do you feel an instant sensation of separation? Do you feel small or contracted? Make your spouse, your kid, a good friend, someone close to you that's around you quite often, make them your own personal negativity coach. Ask them to call you out when you are making judgments, either snap judgments or long-term assessment judgments of any kind. A lot of the time, we don't even know that we're judging. And so if you have someone to kind of call you out on this, it helps quite a bit. Kids are great at this because they can never resist an opportunity to tell an adult that they're doing something wrong. And they have brutal honesty, and that might be called for depending on how much you judge. Another way is to open your heart chakra. And if you do yoga, and if you want to create a healthy exercise practice that's really practicing mindfulness, because you have to be aware of the poses that you're in and of the breath. So it's a mindful and heart-based practice. That's yoga. Yoga is it. Doing cobra pose or camel pose actually opens the heart chakra. It's exposing it to the world and letting all the good, loving, compassionate energy come in, opening yourself up to that, and conversely, opening yourself outwards so that the love and compassion that you have can be spread and projected out to the world. And when you have this compassionate energy flowing outward, you really not only do yourself a great service by having more compassionate energy inside of you, but anyone that you come in contact with, anyone in your automatic vicinity, in your general energy field around you, is going to benefit from that compassionate energy as well, and that's always a good thing. Another way to do it is to activate your hand chakras. And though largely considered to be a minor chakra, I don't consider it a minor chakra at all, because our hands, which are kind of an extension of our heart chakra, but they're also an expression of our throat chakra, because we do so much expressing through our hands that I don't consider it a minor chakra at all. And since I do energy healing mostly with my hands, for me, this is a major chakra area, and I'm always clearing the energy here and always balancing it and trying to purify it. And so when you activate your hand chakras, you can become more aware of your energy and how you feel when you resonate with lower frequency energies, and how you feel if you're consciously trying to cultivate and bring forth more higher frequency energies. And so a really easy way to work with the hand chakras is to take your palms, put them outward. I'll get back so you can see. have one palm facing up and one palm facing down. And now make fists, opening and closing the fists about 20 times. And do that. And once you do that, and you switch the direction of the palms 20 more times, 20 or 30 more times. You want to really pull forth not only the energy of the universe, but you're pulling forth up from your root chakra the energy of Mother Earth. So you're working with two very tangible forms of energies from above and below. And when you do that, you activate the hand chakras. You've done it 20 to 30 times with the palms facing either side. Hold the palms away from each other, cupping them, and then slowly move them together until they're about 4 inches apart. And you can feel a ball of energy there. You can feel the energy in between the palms, and you can play with this energy and move it around. And then when you feel it, if you feel you need to activate the hands more, you can go ahead and do that. And get really good at this. Practice this a couple times a week. It's just fun. And then you can take it and move it, alternating hands over the heart chakra, going in a counterclockwise position over the heart. And it helps to warm up the heart chakra. It helps to balance it and tone it, bringing again the energy from above and the energy from below, which the heart chakra symbolizes in the body because it actually synthesizes and transmutes energies from above in the higher chakras and transmutes energies from the lower chakras and helps them have some sort of a synthesis right here in your heart center. It's where the lower energy, the denser energies of the lower chakras meet and the higher energies of the higher chakras meet in your body and in your energy body. And so really feel that energy here. Feel how that can resonate. And it opens up your heart chakra even more. And another way is to maybe get some good essential oils. The really, really good ones that help you to feel another person's energy would be lavender. And rose otto is just one of the higher frequency energies. It really resonates up there with the energy of love and compassion and empathy. And that certainly will activate your heart chakra. And when you have a more highly activated, open and clear, fully functioning heart chakra, the less you'll find a need to even judge in the first place. So essential oils, lavender, put them in a diffuser. Put the lavender together in a diffuser with the rose. Or make your own hydrosol. Use some distilled water and put some drops of essential oil in the hydrosol, and you can spray your skin with it. It's great for the skin. It tones the skin as well. And just inhaling that will just calm your energy right down and help you to activate the higher frequency energy of a fully opened heart chakra. Some flower essences for helping you to let go. Letting go of the need to judge in the first place would be wild sweet pea. It helps us find truth in situations. Gentian, which is, it helps us to clearly see truth in all things. And not only that, to be able to stand in our own power, to project our truth and how we want to express it, either verbally or through our hands or through our eyes or our actions. Golden Wings Rose is another wonderful flower essence that helps you to release fears that may be lurking behind judgments and behind the need to judge in the first place. And of course, eating higher vibration foods, like a plant-based diet, helps you to resonate at higher frequency energies, which is really what you're looking for if you want to be able to let go of judgment. It really carves the path for you to be able to do that. And it's easier to let go of limiting beliefs and behaviors when the actual food you ingest is healthy fuel for your body that also feeds you on a soul level. So, sorry, processed food doesn't do that at all. Taking the time to mindfully eat your food creates more awareness. And that's what you're trying to cultivate, more awareness, in order to shift your energy and let go of judgment. So often, we don't lovingly prepare our food and give ourselves the gift of having enough time to truly enjoy our meals that we prepare. And when we do this, it's an act of self-love, and it lifts your energetic vibration even further. I hope this has been truly helpful for you. If you have any questions about any information in this video, or anything at all about this series, please post them below. And until next time, Love and light, and I'll see you in the ethers.